All right, we can't watch the whole video. We're out of time. We gotta go. I literally have just walked into the apartment 2 seconds ago. I had to give my dog a treat because I felt bad because I've been gone the last 6 days, and then I come back and I immediately don't take him out. So he's got a treat. I didn't even turn the lights on in the back. It's just chaos here. George, how are we doing, man?
Good. I'm all good. I was worried about your. Maybe it's too early for a mental health check. I feel, but yeah. I was worried about your. I was worried about the flight time and how you was going to come in. But no,
well,
let's get into some Sorare.
Yeah, we were pacing nicely, and then we got on. We boarded the second flight on time. Looked like everything was going to be Gucci, and then we sat on the tarmac for all of 40 minutes. I watched 2 episodes of The Office while we hadn't moved. But anyways, enough of that. All right, this is your first time here. I don't have time to explain this shit. I really don't. We don't have time. All you got to do is like the stream, subscribe. What's the giveaway today? Oh, yes. Like the stream, subscribe, #Vegas, and we'll give something away here towards the end. Yeah, we're going to be on steroids. That's the type of energy we've got here today, Roy. We got a good slate. Everybody's playing again after a wild week. I know you had a nice. We'll talk about it after lock. I know you crushed this week. We'll talk about it after lock. Real quick, what we'll do, I'm just going to fire out all the injury stuff that we got. And the benefit of starting at 6:12 Eastern time is that we've got more information. And then, George, what we can do, we'll go quickly through the projections, but maybe you can just highlight some of your favorites as we go. All right, real quick, let's do this. We still have Joel Embiid is questionable. It wouldn't be a slate without Embiid being questionable. Ant-Man is questionable still. Jamal Murray looks like he's going to go. Jalen Brunson's good to go. Dominating is questionable. Malcolm Brogdon's got a Q tag. Jaden McDaniels is a Q tag. Johnny Collins is queued up. Dylan Brooks is in. Lou Dort is out. Kyle Lowry is available. Mark Williams is out. Suggs got a Q tag. Gafford, DeAndre Hunter, both out. Caruso questionable. Patrick Williams is probable. One thing that I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss here is Lauri Markkanen still out. Do we have that? Let me see.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything come out.
Lauri is still out. Okay, you know what? I'll do the same thing I'll do the same thing I normally do. I'll quickly. We just have so many teams tonight. I'll just quickly do this. Here we go. We already did the key news. Bam Adebayo is still out. So Haywood Highsmith's out, and Tyler Hero's still out. Man, they are really thin. Nick Smith Jr. is out as well. LaMelo Ball's eyeing a return, but he's not back yet. The Pacers are without Jalen Smith and Andrew Nembhard, so maybe some more TJ McConnell minutes. Marvin Bagley's out. Jalen Duren's out. Monty Morris is still out, which means fire up James Wiseman, bitches. The Cavs side of things, Evan Mobley, Karis LeVert are both ruled out. Magic, we already hit. The Wizards are without. We already did that one. The Sixers, we already talked about. The Nuggets we got. The Hawks we got. Let's see. Raptors. Mitchell Robinson out 6 to 8 weeks. That's pretty brutal. Emmanuel Quickley is questionable. I don't even know what I would do with that information.
Quentin Grimes, but he's playing so I'm not
Jesus.
sure you want to go there.
Jesus. Yeah, Dallas Mavericks, you got some stuff, right? Grant Williams is out, Kyrie is out, Josh Green is missing time, Maxi Kleber. So it's Dante Exum season, Derek Jones Jr., Seth Curry, lock and load. I think that's basically the stuff that we needed. We've got Caruso questionable is pretty good, but no Levine. As always, DeRozan's still good to go. All right, I think that's most of the shit. We said Lauri's out, Walker Kessler's out, so they're going to be pretty thin for the bigs. I don't know. We'll get to the rest as we get there. All right, George, how are we feeling about this slate? Where are we at?
I'm pretty positive, actually. Not to boast at all, but I went back and actually, because the sentiment around Sorare right now is, I would say low is what I would say on the NBA side.
Sure.
And in doing so, I went back and had a look, and I've won in 13 out of the 14 weeks, or whatever it is that we're in. So I only had one bad one. So going into the slate, I'm pretty happy with the lineups that I've got right now.
Yeah.
I'm not stoked on the under 23 rare rewards. I will say that. Bit of a disappointment. And I'm not really one to complain on a 1 week reward thing, but I'm going to touch on this on another thing at another time. But yeah, it's a little bit of I'm not rushing out to buy new cards for that.
You know what we can do? What we'll do this, and we'll talk about it on Wednesday as well as we bring the Sharps back. But what we can do is go through this slate a little bit, and then maybe after, as we make sure we hit the stuff. But then, because I'll be honest, I haven't looked at it yet because as of like Saturday, I don't think they had announced what the rewards were. So I wasn't locked into my So Rare stuff while I was in Vegas, and neither was So Rare.
That's mad. You wasn't focused on your lineups.
No, I wasn't.
In Vegas,
even though I saw Anthony Davis put up a 40 and 20. All right, let's dive into some of these projections. And just a reminder too, you can like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Vegas into the chat for a shot at a rare tier card giveaway. As always too, I'm going to drop this in the link. We're going to put the Swingman pod in there. I usually put it in the show notes, but you can see there are no show notes today because I did the airport. So make sure you go subscribe to the Swingman pod. Where do you guys up? You guys are 723. Let's go. We're cooking over, baby.
Moving up.
And over here in our channel number 2, we're at 312. So there you go.
There we go.
I am going to pull up Momentum Labs projections. As always, sign up for the Momentum Lab, bros. Maybe you're using So Rare data. Maybe you're using anything. You can use them all. Top tier projections. We got them all, baby. All right. I don't even know what this is sorted by right now, so this might be a little confusing for me as I'm looking at it. But here we go, game week 14. We're just going to rifle through some of our favorite value plays. It feels like we're sorted by value, but we're not, I don't think. I'm a little confused what this is sorted by. All right, let's see if I can... All right, anyways, let's just go. So some of the guys that are really popping here, it's not going to be surprised, right? It is Dallas Mavericks. So the Jaden Hardys with a cap of 9 and projection of 20. Seth Curry's cap has climbed up to 12, but still has a solid projection of 15. The other guys down here, nobody really smashing. You see James Wiseman, who we mentioned at Detroit, which, I mean, listen, Wiseman, huge risk, but also huge reward because we have seen him put up big double-doubles before. Peyton Watson has been rolling a little bit, but I guess he would get dinged a little with Jamal Murray back. Let me keep scrolling up here to see if there's anybody else. We got Omer Yurtsman, Amin Thompson, who's now back in action for the Houston Rockets. A couple more here. Dennis Smith Jr., although it looks like he's missing one of these games. Io's up in here. Drew Eubanks, Malachi Branham. I don't know. Who of these like lower-end guys here, how are we feeling?
I think my favorite one and not going 0 to 10, but I think the guy that was really popping that I should have bought when the news came out about Mitchell Robinson was Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah,
I feel like at 14, he's going to be a bit of a smash play, not just for this week, but for the coming weeks going. And then I think Caleb Martin this week with some of the Heat guys that are out right now. I know Jimmy Butler's going to play, but they've got 3 games this game week. He's at an L10 of 18. Mm-hmm. So again, in that sort of range below 20, I think he's going to be a smash play. And he's also coming back into it now where he's had enough time on the court that I'm not worried about him picking up another potential injury or redoing it. He's had enough games now. So I've absolutely jinxed that. So he's going to probably tear his ACL. But yeah, they're the 2 that I'd say that stick out to me the most.
Yeah, I like that call. The Mitchell Robinson stuff sucks. He was playing some pretty good basketball, but they don't have a ton of options. I mean, I guess it's either Hartenstein or, dare I say, Jericho Sims, but we've done this before. It doesn't even look like he's projecting. So I guess they're only projecting Hartenstein big minutes for the Knicks. I don't even know who else would be in there. Halyard in the chat letting us know Chris Middleton has been ruled out. So we can
brilliant.
Add that.
Nice. That's my lineup ruined. That's great. Yeah.
There we go. Is that somebody you had in there?
Yeah, he was in my champion. That's great. Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of browse to see if we get any more dark greens here. Şengün, I mean, he's just been balling. He's going to cap a 44, the projection of 51. We see down here Jimmy Butler, who you shouted out. I mean, his cap's 38. So that's, even if Jimmy Butler has a ho-hum game or sits one of these 3, I mean, he's going to surpass the 38.
I don't think Jimmy Butler will play all 3, but then I thought that AD wouldn't play all 3 in a week. And it seems that they all care about hitting 65 games this year sooner rather than later. So yeah, I think it's gone out the window this year.
It is. It's crazy. All right, you got James Harden, too. He's another one, 38. The projection of 43. They've been playing some good basketball. Scary Terry's going to continue to take a ton of shots with them missing some guys. It looks like Tyler Hero's close to coming back, which I'm not playing him this game week if I have him, but something to keep an eye on. Let's see who else is smashing down here. We see Paolo Banchero. Cap still sits around 35, which is kind of interesting because it feels like he's been playing really good basketball lately, but yet continues to have a cap in that 34 to 38 range with a projection of 45 almost every game week, or 40 every game week. But always Paolo. We've got Jaren Jackson Jr., who we've seen his floor, but we've also seen his ceiling. Cap at 31, projection of 40 is pretty solid. Devin Vassell, we finally have freed Devin Vassell back in the starting lineup. No more of this Jeremy Sohan bullshit. Let Jeremy Sohan do his thing off the bench. You don't have to do this anymore. But the Spurs suck, so you always have to deal with that as well. I don't know, any other guys? Like I know we're a little bit more scrambled today, but I just want to make sure we have more time for questions since we're starting almost an hour late. But is there any other shouts you want to get out there?
No, I think it's going to be a really random game week. I think, again, because obviously I touched on the Miami guys, I think maybe Dick Richards could be a guy. Obviously, Miami a little bit out of depth. Some of the Charlotte guys may be a pick, but I mean, at your own discretion if you're really going to go bang on Hornets. So,
yeah, in this house, we love Big Dick Rich. Big Rich energy. We love that. So we're here for it. Sneeps is of his course. We have to look up Luke Cornett just in case, even though our boy Porzingis is back. So yeah, he's got a cap of 13, projection of 3.5. Somebody asked Muscala, and I never know if this is a bit. He's got a cap of 7, projection of 8. Not that that's a bad question, Trent. It's just we've talked about Muscala on our back in our Top Shot days. Kim, what's up? Kim's in the chat. Is it Bobby Portis season with Middleton out? So Portis, this is pre-Middleton being out. Cap of 23, projection of 23. Connaughton's still out as well, correct?
Yeah, I think that might be, and it depends how rogue you want to go, but that might be a Marjon Beauchamp or Beauchamp play. I think that's where that could go.
I like that more. Bobby Lobby, we like Bobby Portis. Couple of things. Bobby hasn't seen his ceiling this year. He has not been as efficient as he's been in past. It's not that 6 man of the year Bobby Portis. Also, Bobby Portis fresh off of yelling at his team and coach. So it depends how you feel. Like, is that going to inspire him, or is that going to drive him even more mental? So that's something to consider there. All right, I'm watching my dog just eat a treat, making sure he's alive. Yes, but I like the Beauchamp call quite a bit. I think they need a spark plug. I mean, he's not like an offensive powerhouse or anything, but I like that call quite a bit. Yes, Reese, good point. How awkward was it when LeBron asked for your autograph in Vegas? I heard the king is king. I will say, so we had really good seats for the second game, for the championship game. We're sitting like maybe 12 rows back. And to sit, it was mostly Lakers fans, and to see grown men being like, yes, go get that king, was pretty wild. I had a lot of fun making fun of that throughout the game. Incredible experience. So that was a lot of fun. All right, let's go. Scary Terry or Rudy Gobert? We haven't talked about Rudy at all. I would just say that, yeah, chat, you can start firing your questions in now. Just get them in here. So Rudy has a cap of 35 with a projection of 36. Terry has to project better than that, right?
I'd guess against this Miami team, you probably will, but
yeah, I think I'd roll with Terry almost every time. I mean, I guess Rudy's safer just because he's probably 14-10 no matter what. But are you taking Terry there?
I would be taking Terry there, and I also don't like Rudy Gobert. So
yeah, there you go. Halliard, Jaren Jackson Jr. You've already looked up. We can see Vooch. I mean, Vooch with no Levine. Cap at 30. Wow, his caps are all the way down to 31. This is actually closer than I thought it was going to be. I was just going to say Jaren Jackson Jr.
I'd go Vooch. He's got 3 games. I think JJJ's got 2. I might be wrong there, but I'd go Vooch. I think the 3 games just tilts it. Although they are 3 terrible games for the Bulls, they should lose all 3. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm with you. Any pick with T? Oh no pick with TJ. I did try. Gonzalez says pick 2 of RJ, Sadiq Bey, J-Dub, and Tyus Jones. Tyus has a cap of 26 with a projection of 28. I feel, is Jalen Williams' cap still way down too? 29. Yes, I think J-Dub is auto in my list for this. So I'm going to take J-Dub. Who are you taking of the other 3?
I would probably take, I'm not sure if Brunson's been ruled in or ruled out yet, but I'd probably take J-Dub and then Barrett is what I'd go from that, because Tyus Jones just hasn't looked like Tyus Jones that we know of. He hasn't been. It normally is that sort of playmaking, like that true playmaking point, and he hasn't looked like it at all. So
yeah,
I'd go I'm with Barrett.
I'm with you. Biggest bullish investor. Good to see you again, sir. He's saying Clarkson, we haven't talked about Clarkson much. They've got 3 games this game week as well. Cap of 30, projection of 27. Wow, a lot of teams have 3 games this game week, huh?
Yeah.
And then Jalen Green, cap of 30, the projection of 31. I know Jalen Green projects better. I think I'm taking Clarkson here. Is that crazy?
No, I'd probably go. Clarkson's had a few ceiling games as well this year where he's got into the 40s and near the 50s, I think. So I'd go John Clarkson.
Yeah, I know that's against the projections, but that's where I am. Is Randall 40 minutes per game? Yeah, dude. I mean, if you have Randall or Brunson, it's Tom Thibodeau plus injuries in the front court. You just play Randall. And Randall's like, I know we like to make fun of Randall specifically on this channel. He's been awesome. He's been so good since the first week. All right, people are asking about Vandu. Let's see Vanderbilt here. He's got a cap of 9 and a projection of 11. And the Lakers have
this week.
Yeah, you think so? Do you think we're going to get a LeBron's rest game?
No, not even that per se. It's. I think it's ingrained in my brain because every single game week so far this year, even though he's not been healthy, it's like, Vando's projected unbelievably well. And now I'm just like, the 1 week he is available, I'm going to play him. So
I love that. No, that's good. That is good. And they need him. And I do think we're going to see LeBron rest. We're going to see like a mild calf strain. I'm going to miss 2 weeks here. It's coming soon. Amun saying Giannis or Luka. Well, Luka with no Kyrie is pretty fun, huh? Cap of 56 with a projection of 52. Giannis, cap of 57. So Giannis is actually saying he projects a little bit better here. I'm taking Luka here. That's me.
I mean, can you not do both? I'm doing both. So if you can do both, do both. I think try and figure out a way to do both is what I'd say.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, we got any general Sorare questions we'll save either for towards the end or after on Wednesday when we do our Sorare sharps. CG saying Pacers, Miami, and Dallas guys smash plays due to matchups. Yeah, that's right. That is right. We've already talked about Miami and Dallas quite a bit. AFC Red saying pick one of Nas, Sammy Hauser, Jaden Ivey, or Nah. So Sam Hauser, Sam Hauser's been lights out from 3, and that's fun. And we talked about him the last time we had a show, and he crushed. But Porzingis is back, I think, right? So I feel like that limits some of his upside. Jaden Ivey, you have to deal with what Monty Williams is doing. I don't know. Does anybody stand out for you here?
It would be Jaden Ivey if I did have any inkling on if Killian Hayes is going to be preferred, and I've got no idea what's happening in that scenario. So I would probably I'd probably go Naz Reid. I do like Nah, but I'd probably go Naz Reid is what I'd go. If you can get Carl Anderson, I think potentially Carl Anderson's a better pick. But
yeah, I like that.
I'd go Naz Reid.
I think ceiling, I'd pick Ivy, and then but if I'm like, man, I don't trust Monty Williams, then I would take Naz Reid. Agbaji, I feel like Agbaji always projects well, but I don't know if he ever crushes. But no, he's got a cap of 17 with a projection of 13. Although maybe he gets a little bit of a boost if John Collins ends up sitting. That's interesting. Roy saying Anthony Davis or LeBron. We can just look at their projections. AD has a cap of 48 with a projection of 49. LeBron has a cap of 46 with a projection of 45. I really LeBron. I know AD put up that crazy number. LeBron was playing his ass off in those 2 games. I feel like he's been really aggressive. They need to give him a couple of days off. I feel like he's going to sit one of these games. So,
well, I mean, they're going to be taking a few days off because obviously I don't know if you've seen this or not because you actually might not have been on the plane. They're putting up that They're putting up that banner in Raptors, mate. That's what they're doing.
I saw it. That was the first tweet I saw when I got off, and I loved it. All right, Bick saying, "What's up, baby? Great to have you back, Nick, Rich, and Scotty, or McConnell and Sabonis."
Ooh,
you just pick this one.
I'd probably go Dick, Rich, and Scotty actually this week. Is what I got. I think Sabonis is not as great this week, so definitely the first 2.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by McConnell and Sabonis because we've seen McConnell go absolutely bonkers when given minutes. But I think Nick, Rich, and Scotty's probably the play. Cade, Bane, or Jimmy. So this is to test how high you are on Jimmy here. So Bane has a cap of 37 and a projection of 44. We've already looked at Jimmy, who's right there with a cap of 38 and a projection of 45. I'm just going to go ahead and take Cade out of this question, because I think it's one of these 2.
Yeah. I think projections will tell you Bane, but I would go with vibes and Jimmy Butler.
Vibes. We like vibes. And who knows? Maybe Bane's called into court to review some of John Morant's dunks. Kim, stupid question, but has to be asked. AD and Jericho, or I'm assuming this Jamal Murray and Derek Jones, or maybe DeJounte, have Luka as an MVP for now. Listen, I know Jericho Sims is ass, but AD might get. We saw what AD can do, so maybe you get Hartenstein gets into foul trouble. Sims plays 30 minutes, right? Like, I think what are you doing here?
No, I think on those two between them, I'm probably going the AD route.
Yeah. And then you just hold your breath.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get back to the questions here in one hot second. Do me a favor. We got 92 entrants. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Vegas into the chat. I'm going to remind the people too, go sub to Swingman Pod if you haven't done that, just for vibes, baby, for vibes. I'll drop that in the chat.
Tim Hardaway's now questionable. These Mavs guys, if you've got Luka, play Luka, because Luka is going to be a one-man band. So
you have to play Luka. You have to. All right, I'm going to we're going to do a speed round here, try to catch us up because it's 6:30 already. All right, Zubac and Şengün or Cam Thomas and Jamal Murray for contender. I'm going to let you pick this. I'm just going to say I'm hesitant to roll Jamal Murray out just yet because of just like how he's looked so far.
Well, I'll keep the speed round. I will just say Zubac and Şengün, but you're not playing him in the under 23, Şengün? Come on, what are we doing out here?
Maybe it's because of the rewards,
Well,
maybe. All right, let's keep going. All right, what do we got here? Sorry. I said speed round and then I was trying to multitask. Conley or Kobe White. White's been secretly balling here. Cap at 30, the projection at 35. Conley with cap at 28 and a projection at 28. Are you with the projections or with Conley?
I am with Conley if Ant-Man is ruled out.
Okay, there you go. So we got to pay attention to the Ant-Man news. John Collins has been ruled out. X-Rod says, I'll do this one. Rank them. Benedict Mathurin, Nick Richards, or Kelly Olynyk. I think this is Richards, Mathurin, Olynyk. I think that's how I would do it. This one's for you. So do you now with all of this, if Tim Hardaway Jr. misses, Exum's probably playing 30-something minutes, right?
Yeah. Exum probably is. I'm still going to go Hartenstein because he can play 30 minutes and just run up and down the court because Luka's not giving anyone the ball at the minute at this rate. So, yeah, that's
true. Oh, man, this question sucks, Marco, just because both of those guys are just they're never a fun click. Draymond has a cap of 27 with almost 30, and then Toby. All right, so Tobias projects better, and then I don't know, maybe you just say, does Embiid sit, and you run out Tobias, Oh, nope, Embiid's in. We just got that. Embiid's in. So there you go.
Is he really?
Yeah. So okay. I'll use that as the Draymond. Luka, no, it's Luka, man. You got to play any question with Luka is going to be Luka tonight.
Yeah.
We did Hartenstein, XM paired with Yoke. We already did that. Thoughts on Ivy this week, Paul? Maybe that was a little bit earlier. Sorry. Let me keep going. Yeah, I'm so far behind. Sorry. Garland, Kobe, or PJ? Ooh, I think this is Garland. PJ Washington hasn't been a fun click. So Garland has a cap of 31 with a projection of almost 37. Washington, yeah, it's not going to be PJ. Yeah, it's Garland.
Yeah.
Is Zion Washington fed probably? Jimmy or Cam Thomas? This is Jimmy, right?
Yeah, this is Jimmy 100%.
I mean, I know Cam Thomas's vibe, so that is fun. But all right, Olynyk or Kevin Love with 3 games. Man, I can't believe it. Is it Kevin Love season? Cap at 20 with a projection of 24. There you go. He does. You can see Olynyk's right there. Kevin Love does project better, but he's not playing 3 games. We know that.
He's not playing 3, but I think tonight Kevin Love could put up, I think he got like a 40 and Sorare the other week. So I think tonight again could be a big rebounding night for him. So
yeah,
I'd probably roll with Kevin Love as mad as that sounds.
This is both, Sunshine. This is both, but I'd also say, personality. Okay. We're not all
personality is above all. That's the most important.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the biggest lesson you'll learn in life.
That's right. And that's what I learned in Vegas. Wagner or Mobley? Well, Mobley's out, so that'll make it a little bit easier. So I'd just go Wagner there. Taylor Hendricks is sneaky pick tonight. No Kessler, no Markin, and John Collins. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun mainly for my best ball bags because, he's not projecting at all. Is he with the team? He's no longer in the G League? I don't know.
No idea.
All right. Rank the MVPs. Luka, then maybe Embiid, then maybe Giannis, probably in that order. All right. OG or Tyus in contender. There we go. Let's test your Tyus hate. We got OG and Anunoby's got what? Cap at 26 with a projection at 32. That's got to be better than Tyus Jones. Is that where do you go?
I mean, I'm going OG Anunoby all day long. I mean, the guy is invested in British basketball, so I'm always picking him there.
There you go. There you go.
We go.
Kobe White and Paul Reed or James. It's Wiseman and Bain. There you go.
Wiseman and Bain.
Yeah. I think it would be Wiseman and Bain regardless.
Yeah.
Tyson Trey Jones or Beef Stew and Javon Carter. Tyson's been playing pretty good, but
Tyson's been closing games out for the Clippers, which is what I couldn't believe. Zubac has been holding bench.
Yeah.
I think Javon Carter is one that's projecting well, but even though
so is Beef Stew.
Yeah. The issue with it is Carter's not been getting any minutes. Well, he's not been getting any action when he's on the court anyway. So I'd probably go for the first one, actually.
Yeah, first one's definitely safer. First one is safer. All right, George, this is specifically for you. I'm assuming are you still playing Walker Kessler Ranger, even though he's not playing?
Yeah, this is from the video that I put up today. I always film my videos a day before normally, and I had like Walker Kessler in it, and then immediately, of course, he gets ruled out, and so does the other guys. No, I'm not playing him. I don't think they'll take the risk with Walker Kessler. They wrap him up in sort of like bubble wrap, so no, I'm not playing him.
All right, Shake Milton or Javon Carter. I think this is Javon Carter, unless I think it's Javon Carter. Cam Johnson or Herb Jones. I mean, dude, I like Herb Jones here. Oh, and I'll look up the projections though, and then you can decide. Cap 29 with projection of 27, and then Cam Johnson has a cap. So, all right, Cam Johnson projects like 5 points better. I just like a guy who can get you 5 steals in a game.
Yeah, I do think I'd go Cam Johnson though on this one. Just out of my vibe. I can't really explain it. And we're about vibes in this Rush version. So.
That's right. DeRozan or Scary Terry? I think I'm still taking Scary Terry just because I think he can go bonkers. All right, guys, I'm going to read. Oh, no, I actually almost caught up, so I'll get them all. Jesus Christ. Joe Harris or Javon Carter? Man, Joe Harris is playing basketball again. Yeah, it's Javon Carter for me. You?
Yeah, Javon Carter.
Yeah. Sabonis and Ant-Man or Scotty and Tatum. You were saying, this might not be the Sabonis slate, right? So are you going Scotty and Tatum?
Yeah, and it's also because Ant-Man he's coming back in and out of this sort of hip flexor issue that he's got. He started the game, played 2 minutes and left. So I would go Scotty and Tatum.
Yeah, I'll take this one, Roy. I think it's Beef Stew only because, again, Monty Williams is being weird with fucking minutes, man. I can't explain it. I really do think, I'm not a big you should fire a coach, but I think this is a huge mistake. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't think they've got the financial facilities to fire him anyway.
Yeah, I know. Right, they paid him too much. Pick 2 from Randall, CJ McCollum, Miles Turner, and Brunson. I might just take both Knicks here. What are you doing?
I think Miles Turner this week's got a really good projection because he scored really well against the Bucks last time in any case. And I think he plays Detroit. Do they play Detroit tonight? And if he's playing Detroit tonight that doesn't have Jalen Duren, you'd fancy him as well. So I'll just be on. This is a vibe thing. This is vibe, not numbers. I'm a little nervous about the Pacers game tonight. And I know the Pistons are bad. I just think they are fresh off of this tournament run. They were playing basketball on Saturday night while everybody else was resting, and then they immediately went to Detroit. If Detroit was ever going to win a game, it's going to be tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. Is Trendon Watford an option? I haven't been paying too much attention to his minutes. He's got a cap of 11 with a projection of 10.6. Yeah, he's been coming back into the lineup sort of recently and been getting a few minutes here and there. It's nothing steady. I would play him, but don't expect him to really outperform the cap.
Okay. Also, breaking news: Ant-Man is out. Ant-Man is out, so you can boost up your
Naz Reid plays.
Naz Reid, Mike Conley, all those bros. Moody or Richards? Oh, wow, I think it's Richards here. Moody is a cap of 18 and projection of 13. Moody should be playing more, but he's not. All right, George, for you, pick 2 of Rudy, Butler, Harden, and Bane.
Butler and Bane. That's very easy. Butler and Bane.
Butler and Bane. We love it. Butler and Bane. Okay, cool. Let's see. We've got, how many minutes do we have left? When is lock? In like 10 minutes?
It is 10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes. Okay, so real quick, we're going to continue. I'll keep answering some questions since we started late. We're up to 100 entrants, 115 of you guys watching. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Vegas into the chat for a shot at a rare tier card. We're up to 317 subs here. We like that. Let's see. Did Swingman get any more yet? One more over at Swingman. I'm going to drop the link to you guys. And real quick too, actually, before we get back to questions, what do you got coming up this week? Anything spicy?
This week in particular, I think we might have a podcast that's going to be coming out, and then I'll have another Sorare video dropping. I'm going to have one that's dropping and sort of talking about in general the market, how the sort of vibe is for season 2. I held off from doing this at the start. I like to sort of wait to see how things pan out and talk about it there. So I think overall there's been good things and there's been a few bad things as well, but that'll all come out in the video that's there for it. The one thing that I do want to drop as well is I have a giveaway currently going on with Sorare for some NBA tickets, a pair of NBA tickets. I'm going to link the link in the chat in a moment.
I'll drop it right now.
Go and get involved in that because it comes out. I'm drawing it on the 15th at the end of the week. It's a pair of NBA tickets and also like a season 2 RJ Barrett card. So get involved in it. It's completely free to do. I'll drop it down in a minute.
Yeah, okay, if you got it, yeah, drop it in there. Real quick, too, just a reminder, we'll back with the Team Hold NBA bit tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and then on Wednesday, a full day on Wednesday, we'll have the NBA bit, but then George is going to come on for some Sorare Sharps, and then maybe we're going to squeeze in an 89 Cavs, and then Wednesday night, we'll have Shot Tank right back here on this channel. Do me a favor, if you should be able to see it when just looking at our channel, but I'll drop some links. If you haven't subscribed to our Team Hold Sports channel and our Team Hold live channel, please go do that. I'm going to drop a link into the chat. Our Team Hold Sports one is up over 500 subs, which is fun. And then our Team Hold live one, I believe, is about to hit 11K. Like this, it should be like tomorrow, I think. So if you haven't subscribed to those, you probably already have if you're here. But if you haven't, please do me a favor and do that. All right. That's the content for the next couple of days. It's good to be back. I'm excited to talk about Vegas a little bit more tomorrow, so come check that shit out. All right, let's go. Rapid fire, baby. Let's get these projections back up here. Wait, can I do? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do that again. All right, let's see as fast as we can. Oh, Jeb in the chat, let us know Ann is out. There we go. Keon Ellis, I don't think is much of a play anymore. He's got a cap of 9 and projection of 9. So there you go. You can fire it out there if you need to. All right, this is for you. Jalen Green, Darius Garland, or Jakob Poeltl?
Oh, that's I don't really love any of them. I'll probably go Jalen Green.
Yeah, I think I would take Darius Garland here, but I like Jalen Green too. 9 likes and 100 entries. No, just refresh the video, you dumbass. It'll be in there. All right. Let's just refresh, baby. You'll see it. Josh Richardson a play. I think any Miami Heat that's playing is a play. He's got a cap of 24 and a projection of 22. He's probably my least favorite Heat, but you can definitely roll him out there. Let's see who else. Muscala's starting. You got any Muscala takes, George?
I have no Muscala takes, and I think that's pretty much
there you
go. The sentiment around it.
There you go. All right, D4. Let's go. It says Malik Monk with 3 games or Jay Rich with 2. Malik Monk is questionable. I'll look up Monk's projections, but you take this one.
I don't even think Josh Richardson's projecting very well because his cap's at like 24.
Yeah.
So maybe roll the dice with Malik Monk. Depends how risky you want to feel.
Yeah, I like it. All right, viral TikTok videos. Says Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Boyan, Osser, and Beef Stew will start. There you go. I think I love Osser. I think he's the best player on their team right now, so I hope they use him more. Jamal Murray or Cam Johnson. I think this right here is where I would take Jamal Murray. Like I like Jamal Murray here. Let's see. Okay, this is here for you because I know you mentioned Conley gets a boost with no Ant-Man. Are you taking Conley over Derek White?
I probably over Derek White. I don't know what Derek White's cap is the issue.
Cap of 29 he's got a cap of 29 with a projection of 27 or 27.8, and then Conley has a cap of 28 with a projection of 28.
Yeah,
so basically the same cap.
Out of that one, considering it's quite close, I would lean Conley at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Right, Nah or Norman Powell? Do we give just Nah the edge here because he's out there with no Ant-Man?
He is, but Norman Powell's got 3 games this week. And this could finally be a week where we see some of the Clippers guys get rested. So
they are fucking with us here. Why does Keon Johnson always have an insane projection on Sorare data? I don't know.
He pays Andrew Laird for promo. That's what happens, obviously.
Yeah, you can buy off Laird. You can buy off Laird. All right, last one. This might be the last one. Dean Wade or Seth Curry? Give me the Maverick. Any question with the Maverick? I think I'm taking a Maverick.
Yeah, Dean Wade or Seth Curry. I just thought I was back in like 2016 then. So we'll go for that.
Dean Wade had a big old dunk putback that I was watching from I just remember seeing it at a sports book and just being like, did everybody else just see what Dean Wade did? All right, this is it. We'll do last call now. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Vegas into the chat.
Do your training lineups, everyone. Do your
training lineups.
Big Kane one. Yeah.
Get those in there. Do your limited under. So tell me, what are the rewards here? What are the rewards for limited under 23?
So yeah, we can talk about this more on Wednesday, but under 23 on the limited side, they pay down to 50 place and you get a $20 NBA gift card. I'm not mad at that. For a 1 week thing, I'm really not mad at that. Yeah. If you win it, you get a Paolo Banchero signed basketball, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What I am slightly confused over is rare under 23 pays down to only 15th. So you have to be in the top 15 to win a $25 gift card using 2 brand new cards from this year.
Makes no sense.
If you look at, and I'm not going to go into it too much, but if you look at what's happening in the Premier League over on the football side, if you finish 15th in the 1 week special that's there right now, you get $250. So there's a bit of an improv difference right now. And I know that the football game's bigger, don't get me wrong, but it seems a little bit too out of balance.
I would like, yeah, it just seems like a swing and a miss. And maybe they're like, oh, it's better than nothing. We want to create more tournaments for people to play with. But it's just like, man, if you run beautifully and you're like, oh, I need to buy a couple of that is the thing that rubs me a little bit the wrong way. And I understand they've got to make their VC bosses happy, and they've got to be making sure that, oh, look, our numbers are up. Top Shot does this all the time, where they're like, if you buy one moment off the marketplace, we'll give you a pack of a moment with a chance of a legendary. And then 3 weeks later, everybody shares all the numbers. They're like, holy shit, the marketplace buys were through the roof. And it's like, yeah, because they were just giving stuff away. So yes, that's why it looks like that.
I think the bigger thing on that, though, is I don't want to buy the under 23 card and the rare side because the reward just isn't. And I know it isn't. I know you have them forever and you can play them forever, but the normal rare rewards right now are tough. So there is no incentive. Like there's no excuse. I've bought a handful of the rare under 23, the rare cards from season 2 this year, a handful. Whereas limited, I've been really involved in. So I think it's just slightly out of whack. They can change it, but it's just slightly out of balance.
Yeah, and give people league pass. I know. And again, I like, as someone who, because I know somebody in the chat earlier, I think it was viral TikTok videos, was like, what happened to your gallery? And I was like, well, I had to afford going to Vegas. And I'm actually surprised they didn't give out more tickets for stuff like that, especially when like the NBA themselves, they are pushing this super hard. And it was like 25% off all tickets. And so it's like, right? Don't you just like be, hey, if you're in Vegas, you know?
I think that they obviously have a little bit of, I think with the NBA, there's issues around the tickets. I think, as you may know, you may be aware of. So I think that's some of the things that is bear in mind to it. But I know they want to do more. Of course, they want to do more. I think it's just at the moment they're focusing so much on. I sound like a spokesperson for them, which is what I don't want to be. But I think they're focusing so much on the rival side that they've maybe neglected other parts, and they need to look at that.
Yeah, I think focusing on something that people can't use while their product is in its second year and are in mid-season form, I feel like might be a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think the other thing with it as well is, and I don't want to get into it too soon because obviously we are still early in the season, but I want to have an understanding of what their ideas are going to become All-Star and playoffs, because the playoffs is a really big thing this year, because a lot of people were unhappy on how the playoffs came about. That 25% boost thing can't run this year. Like there's things that they can't do this year. So they need to, that needs to be a big focus for them, because Rivals is going to be a great thing. I'm sure it will be, but the playoffs is a massive thing in the NBA side of the game, and they need to get it right.
It has to be what they did for the IST. Like it's going to be like the same thing. It has to, because if they give out duffel bags again, I think that's going to be an L.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was the only thing for it, and the way of which it was done. It was. And we'll talk all about this on Wednesday, I'm sure. But it's one of the things. I just pinged you the link as well. If you wouldn't mind putting that in.
Oh yeah.
When I tried to do it, the link was just like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pair of NBA tickets, people. It's completely free to do. You just have to click a few buttons. So get involved in it 100%.
Here we go. And our boy John is on the thumbnail. So
John came on. John answered some questions. The video for it is over on the Swingman Podcast channel. Go and get involved in it. In terms of like, there was questions asked and answered about Sorare season 2. He wasn't very like standoffish and giving political.
No. John's the best.
He was giving good detailed answers and answering questions, and he'll come back on the channel, I'm sure, at some point towards the back end of the season, and we'll talk about things, and we'll maybe do another giveaway. So get involved in it.
I'm going to share your Swingman Pod channel one more time into the chat, so people go check that out. Make sure you go like all the things that Team Hold does. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you for Thank you for just bearing with me as I was traveling. It was a little hectic. I thought I was scheduled to be back in time, and then everything got chaotic. And one thing that I'm really proud of, I stayed on East Coast time the whole time I was out there. So I think I'm good to go.
Damn,
I was like, yeah, I was an old man. I was very active in the daytime, and then I faded quickly.
Was it good vibes? Was it good vibes in Vegas?
I gotta tell you,
was it all good?
I gotta tell you, the IST was dope. I think they have to figure out the semifinal games where there's something really cool about doing it back to back like that, of having like almost like the college tournament where there's like, a game at 4 and a game at 6. What was weird is, right, they were separate tickets. So you went into the game and then you had to leave, and you had like 30 minutes to then like come back into the game. So that was a little silly. And you can't have it at 2 p.m., like 2 p.m. local time, 2 in the afternoon on a weekday, when there was just no energy for the first game of Bucks Pacers until the fourth quarter. And then it picked up.
I was going to say that game. I mean, I watched for here. The time difference was a little bit different. So that was the only game that I could really watch. And that game is great.
It was so fun. I mean, the game, like the players were giving a shit, and it was pretty fun. It was really weird to see Zion be that bad in person. And I can't even emphasize, like, he just looked weird.
He's getting slated by Stephen A. Eat the table is what the chefs are saying. Eat the table.
I know. So that was pretty weird. But I would say, like, if anyone's on the fence of going, I'm sure they're going to make a couple of tweaks next year. It was really fun. It was a really good time. The rodeo's also going on. And so, like, a lot of cowboy hats were out there. And then I went to one of the worst NFL games in the history of football. I went to a 3-0 game. It was dog shit. It was a Chelsea Everton score, basically.
Nice.
It was 3-0. That's what we all should have been saying. This is a 3-0. It was a terrible football game, but we had a good time. Okay. My dad came out. It was fun. It was a good time.
Live after lock. I'm sensing a lot of sarcasm in live after lock.
Yeah, no,
I'm there for it, but yeah.
Roy loves it. All right, let's give this thing away. George, thanks for being here again today, and we'll be back on Wednesday doing some Sorare sharps. Maybe we'll dive in a little bit more to the reward stuff and stuff we're excited about. We'll treat it like an Oreo cookie. We'll have some good things, some bad things, and then some good things again. We'll sandwich.
What's the bad things about an Oreo cookie? Where's that going?
That's true. You're supposed to like sandwich constructive criticism.
There we go. Okay,
here's some good stuff you're doing, George. George, here's some room for improvement. But George, we also love this.
Right, nice. Let's do that.
All right, here we go. If you win, shoot me a DM at Mike Sakarian. Go check out Swingman Pod. I'll drop that tweet one more time too before we get out of here. Let's see, who's it going to be? D4 win. Let's go. I feel like you haven't won in a while, D4. So I'm happy you got a dub. Shoot me a message. Here's the. I'm going to show the tweet too one more time so you see it. Or did I just X out of it? What did I do with it? I swear shared this. What did I do with it? I was just looking at it. All right, guys. L on L for me, but that's okay. You can still see it. Awesome. Oh, that's your first time? I feel like you won something before. Anyways, all right. Congrats on the dub. Appreciate everyone being here. Best of luck with your game weeks. We'll be back on Wednesday. Otherwise, check out the NBA Bet tomorrow morning at 9. We are out.